He had the face of a rebel angel, the kind of man women wanted to fix and men wanted to be. He walked like he didn't owe anyone anything, spoke like pain was a language he knew by heart, and loved like he couldn't feel the difference between passion and destruction. He wasn't a heartthrob. He was a warning. And yet, they came anyway, the women one after another, drawn in, burned up, and left behind. He rose fast, fell harder, and left a trail of broken hearts, police reports, and whispered regrets behind him. Because the one thing this man could never hold on to, was the one thing he craved most was love. And for a time, Mickey Rourke had it. But he destroyed it before he ever understood how rare it was. There was a time when Mickey Rourke was on track to become the next James Dean or Brando, 9.5 Weeks, Angel Heart, the Pope of Greenwich Village. He didn't play roles, he lived them. But fame didn't fix him, it exposed him. He wasn't polished, he wasn't manageable, he said what he wanted, punched what he felt, and loved in ways that scorched every bridge behind him. And yet, the women in his life didn't run at first. They tried to stay, tried to save him. One gave up her career for him, one took the beatings, one helped him rise again. But Mickey Rourke was never just a boyfriend. He was a bomb you had to hold, until it exploded. Before the fame, before the chaos, there was Deborah Feuer. She met Mickey when he was still finding himself. He was shy, gentle. She once described him as a mama's boy who didn't even drink. They married in 1981. Hollywood was just beginning to call. But the closer Mickey got to the spotlight, the darker things got at home. He didn't want her working. He grew possessive, jealous, unpredictable. She put her career on hold, stood by him, tried to adjust to his spiraling behavior. But eventually, the silence turned to fights, the warmth turned cold. They divorced in 1989, just as his star was peaking. She stayed friends with him, even defended him publicly. But she also said years later that the Mickey Rourke the world fell in love with. He was long gone by the time she walked away. What happened to that sweet, shy guy she married? The answer came in the form of another woman. And this time, there was no coming back. She was a rising model, magnetic, stunning, and when Mickey saw Carré Otis on a magazine cover, he told his agent, "Get her, I want her in my next movie." Wild Orchid was supposed to be art. But on set, the chemistry between Mickey and Carré wasn't just acting. It was obsession, raw, loud, and frighteningly real. They married in 1992. And everything that had only been rumored with Deborah exploded into public scandal. She accused him of violence. He was arrested for spousal abuse in 1994, but charges were dropped. They separated, reconciled, re-separated. And in between? Fights, police, rumors of a gun going off during dinner, a suicide threat involving a samurai sword, rehab, rage. Mickey said he was possessive and jealous, but blamed it on love. He claimed Carré brought out the worst and the best in him. But Carré, in later years, didn't romanticize it. She said the relationship left emotional scars she'd spend years untangling. Why didn't she leave sooner? Because even in the chaos, she thought she could fix him. But some men don't want to be fixed. They just want to be followed. And when she finally left, Mickey didn't break down. He collapsed. Carré was gone. And Mickey wasn't just heartbroken, he was empty. He quit acting, said he lost respect for the business, walked away from Hollywood. And into a boxing ring. Literally. He tried to become a professional boxer at 39, got beat up, rebuilt his face, multiple surgeries, scar tissue on top of scar tissue. He became unrecognizable. Directors stopped calling, studios passed. He lived in hotel rooms with his dogs, spent money he didn't have. Every tabloid headline felt like a punchline. The man who had once made hearts race on screen now looked like someone's fame had chewed up and spit out. But Mickey never blamed the system. He blamed love. Carré had been the last woman to love him the way he wanted, and he burned that bridge until only ash remained. And then, just as the world moved on, he came back. It was 2008, and suddenly, Mickey Rourke was on every screen again. The wrestler wasn't just a role. It was his life, a broken man clinging to his past glory. Haunted, self-destructive, alone. It earned him an Oscar nomination. But when people asked what changed, how he got back on his feet, He didn't just credit the script. He credited Carré Otis. He said he owed his emotional healing to her, to the way she forgave him, to the way she helped him see himself clearly, even if it was too late to save what they had. He also spoke of other women, of therapists, of faith. But her name always came first. He never stopped loving her. And that may be the cruelest part of all. Because by then she had already healed, moved on, married someone else. Mickey got his career back. But not her. Was the wrestler a comeback? Or a confession? Because sometimes the best performances come from wounds that never healed. After Carré, Mickey dated again, but it was different. There were models, rumored flings, a long relationship with Anastasia Makarenko, a quiet German model who seemed to bring peace. But none of it stuck, none of it sparked the headlines, none of it felt permanent. Maybe he didn't want chaos anymore. Maybe he was afraid to love again. Or maybe the part of him that could love was buried somewhere in the mess he made with Carré. He once said, "I'll never date another actress, I can't go through that again." And he didn't. Because when he looks back, it's not the Oscars or the critics he talks about, it's her. He married Deborah when he still believed in calm. He married Carré when he thought pain was proof of love. And when she left, he lost the only woman who ever made him feel something real, and lived to regret it. But Mickey Rourke doesn't ask for sympathy. He just keeps showing up, in movies, in interviews, in that battered face that tells 1,000 stories. And maybe the saddest one isn't about who left him. It's about the man he could have been, if he'd just learned how to stay. If you love such stories and would love not to miss more, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel that stitches pieces of stories to one alluring story that keeps you informed and entertained.